Everything you know about hair growth is wrong. If you've come from my last viral video on TikTok, you've probably seen the comments. What oil do you use? What's your secret? What's your recipe? What ingredients made your hair grow? And honestly, I almost didn't make this video because the answer might disappoint some people. With so many videos we natural hair creators put out here, it made me realize something. Most people are asking the wrong question. And if you stay until the end of this video, I'm going to explain why the thing you think is stopping your hair growth probably isn't the thing stopping your hair growth at all. Hey bloomer, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cynthia, and on this channel we discuss everything natural hair, from tips, DIYs and protective hairstyles for length retention. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more updates like this. So whilst I install my next protective hairstyle, let me tell you everything that you need to know. The first point is stop asking how to grow your hair. The first thing you need to understand is, how do I grow my hair is actually a bad question, because hair problems aren't all the same. Do you get? Someone with severe breakage has a different problem than someone with constant dryness. Someone struggling with thinning has a different problem than someone struggling with volume. Someone whose hair feels stuck at the same length, entirely different problem than someone dealing with split ends. So if me that all of these are not my major case, and you ask me what I use on my hair and I just gave you what it is, and you go back and practice it and it doesn't work for you, the narrative of, oh, they are all scammers, it's all genetics, it will keep spreading. I don't know if you understand what I mean, if that makes sense. So instead of asking, how do I grow my hair? What is your secret ingredients? What's this? What's your recipe? Start asking, what is actually preventing me from seeing healthy, longer hair? Because once you identify the real problem, finding solution becomes much easier. Hair care starts with diagnosis, not product. Imagine pouring and layering oil in an unhealthy scalp with infections and weak hair strands just because that viral video that person used hair growth oil, so you automatically want to use hair growth oil. Hair growth oil will reduce your split end. Hair growth oil will reduce breakage for you. Hair growth oil will reduce dandruff for you. It doesn't work that way. Secondly, know your hair porosity. This is one of the most overlooked things in natural hair care. Hair porosity simply refers to how your hair absorbs and holds moisture. That's the simplest definition of porosity. You might have low porosity, medium porosity, or high porosity. And here is why this matters. Two people can buy the same exact product. One person loves it, the other person hates it. Not because the product is bad, but because their hair behaves differently. And before someone says, oh, I used to have low porosity hair, but now my hair behaves differently, that's possible too. Hair porosity isn't always fixed. Things like chemical treatment, heat damage, and environmental factors can affect how your hair absorbs and retains moisture over time. That's a deeper conversation for another video. But the important thing today is understanding where your hair is right now. When you understand your hair porosity, you stop chasing random recommendations and start choosing products that actually work for your hair. And that alone can save you a lot of frustrations and money. Now, thirdly, buy products for your hair needs. Now listen, buy products for your hair needs. This is where a lot of beginners get stuck. They see someone with beautiful waist length hair or bra length hair, then they buy every product that person uses, whether their hair needs it or not. It's just like a low porosity girly copying a high porosity girly's routine, vice versa. Products are not magic, products are tools. Now, for example, if a tail comb can glide through someone with a low density hair, there is 101 tendency that it won't move an inch, where one with high density hair tries the same thing. So in that essence, what I'm trying to say is, if your hair is dry, buy products that help address dryness. If your hair is weak and breaking, focus on strengthening and reducing breakage. If your scalp is unhealthy, address that first. The goal isn't to copy someone else's shelf. The goal is to solve your specific problem, because what works for me might not be what works for you. Now, my fourth point is build a simple routine. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with their hair is inconsistency. I know I've said this in all my videos because that's what it is. There is no two ways about it. Not lack of products, not lack of information. inconsistency. In fact, I recently hosted a 30-day hair growth challenge, and one of the biggest things I noticed was that people who got results weren't using magical products or any secret ingredients. They were simply consistent and were able to identify their hair struggles and started taking measures and not looking for a secret ingredient. Do you understand? For 30 days, they followed the right steps, tips, understood what to do and what not to do, and committed to showing up for their hair. And their testimonies were incredible. People noticed less breakage, softer hair, improved moisture retention, healthier looking strands, and progress they hadn't seen in months. Now think about that for a second. If people can start seeing noticeable changes in just 30 days through consistency alone, imagine where your hair could be after 6 months. Imagine where your hair could be after a year. Imagine where your hair could be after 2 years, just by being consistent. There are no shortcuts around consistency. No two ways about that. The healthiest hair journey are usually built on simple actions, repeated over and over and over and over and over again. I can't emphasize on this anymore. You need a routine that you can actually maintain. That usually includes cleansing, conditioning, moisturizing, detangling, protecting your hair. The people with healthiest hair are usually not doing the most. They are doing the basics consistently, week after week, month after month, year after year. Consistency compounds. Do you understand? Garbage in, garbage out. Now, my fifth point is embrace boring protective hairstyles. Yes. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest game changers, protective styling. And honestly, the best protective styles are usually the boring ones. When I say boring, I mean not dramatic, not head turning, styles that don't require constant manipulation, styles that don't have you redoing your hair every day, every few days, every week. These styles may not always be the trendiest styles, but they are what you often need that help you keep more of your hair, that help you retain more length. One of these styles is this one that I'm installing now. This is mini braids. Normally, I wanted to go for medium braids, but for some reasons, I ended up doing mini braids, and I'm going to take them out in a few weeks' time. Okay? Remember, the less unnecessary manipulation, the less opportunity for breakage. Okay? Now, let's talk about the thing everyone clicked on this video for. The secret, the oil, the recipe, the ingredients. The truth is nothing grows your hair. Your hair is already growing. It's a natural phenomenon. Hair growth is a natural biological process. I don't care whatsoever anyone wants to tell you out there, but nothing will grow your hair and nothing grows hair. It's a biological process. What most people are actually struggling with isn't growth, is retention. Let me explain. Imagine your hair grows every month, but your ends are breaking at the same rate. From your perspective, it looks like your hair isn't growing, but it is. You're just losing the length as quickly as you are gaining it. Okay, and that's why so many people spend years chasing growth oils when what they really need is better hair care habits. The goal isn't to force your hair to grow. The goal is to keep the hair that is already growing. That's length retention. And once you understand that, everything starts to make what? Sense. I believe I've made this clear. Right? So if you've been asking me what oil do I use, what's the secret, what's the ingredients, what's the recipe, the secret isn't one product. It's understanding your hair, solving the right problem, building a routine, have a structure, protecting your hair, and retaining the length you're already growing. So tell me, what do you think about this hair? Would you be trying it out? Or maybe you'll be trying medium braids or cornrows or twist? Well, personally, I don't like twist. Twist is not my go-to protective hairstyle. I can't handle twist. But medium braids is my go-to. It's perfect. Somehow, I ended up doing mini twists. I was struggling with the pattern. I called for help. And I ended up with mini braids, and that's fine. We'll solve it out. So let me know in the comment, what do you think has been the biggest hair struggle? Breakage, dryness, thinning, volume, or something else? And if this helped you see hair growth differently, subscribe, because we've got a lot more natural hair myth to debunk. Let's normalize saying, how do I retain length? And stop saying, how do I grow my hair? Okay? YouTube thinks this video right here is what you need to watch next. I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.